If you're asking yourself, what should I say? What should I not say? You're not alone. Parents of ADHD teens often unintentionally make symptoms worse with the words that they choose. So today, I'm going to give you 3 phrases you must stop saying and give you exactly what to say instead. I'm Annie Adjen. I'm a certified ADHD coach. I work with teenagers and college students and their parents to help them understand ADHD, manage it really well, and ultimately tap into its many gifts. If you want a closer connection, fewer power struggles, a more confident and resilient child, and a peaceful home, the words you use when parenting your teen with ADHD matter way more than you think. This sounds simple, but do not underestimate the power of simply replacing but with and. When you use and, your teen can hear all your words, the correction you give them and the compliment you give them. However, when you use but in the middle of the sentence, the only thing they hear is the correction. And it hits them way harder than it should. So hard that they can't heed the correction because they just translated it in their brain to, I can't do anything right. Dad's mad at me again. Might as well not even try, let alone accept the genuine compliment that you gave them in the same statement. So here are some clear, relatable examples showing exactly how to replace but with and why this shift feels so different to the ADHD teen's nervous system. You did your homework, but you waited until the last minute. You did your homework, and next time we'll work on starting a little earlier. With and instead of but, they can now hear both the effort and the area for growth without feeling criticized. Next example. First with but, then with and. I'm proud of you for coming to me, but you shouldn't have lied in the first place. I'm proud of you for coming to me, and we all need to practice radical honesty all the time. With and, their nervous system is more likely to stay calm instead of shutting down. Your grades improved this week, but you're still missing 2 assignments. Your grades improved this week, and you still have 2 assignments to finish, so keep up that momentum. With and, they hear the progress, not just the problem. Thanks for helping with the dishes, but you left the counters dirty. Thanks for helping with the dishes, and we still need to wipe down the counters. So grab the paper towels and I'll bring the spray. The second thing to drop from your parenting vocab is the question why. Feel 100% confident asking your teen who, what, when, where, and how, but not why. Why not why? Why feels incriminating to the neurodivergent brain, even when you don't intend it to be. Asking why triggers anxiety really fast, and even for some teens makes it feel impossible to answer. With the other question words of who, what, when, where, and how, the ADHD brain goes looking for information and organizes a response without slipping into fight or flight mode. Those question words feel grounding, they're factual, and they don't feel personal. But the second why comes out of mom or dad's mouth, the ADHD brain suddenly thinks that it's on trial and it's definitely going to be found guilty no matter how it responds. Asking why activates the threat response in the brain and immediately tells the body to fight, flight, freeze, fawn, or fib. That last F brings us to our third and final rule related to fibbing. I don't call it lying in ADHD because lying sounds like a moral failure. Fibbing is different. It's just another stress response in addition to fight or flight or freeze. Kids with ADHD fib, not because they're dishonest. They fib because their internal anxiety alarm run by the brain's amygdala gets triggered and the body tries to protect itself. For many parents, this one is hard to accept. One dad said to me, I can stay calm until my kid lies, and then I lose it. But in ADHD, fibbing should be handled calmly and parented just like all the other coexisting ADHD tagalongs, like depression, tics, sleep disorders, OCD, eating struggles, and anxiety. Fibbing is due to anxiety, not dishonesty. So now that you know why fibbing happens, it's important to learn this parenting script so that you can avoid setting up your teen to lie. The rule is never ask a yes/no question about something that they might avoid, forget, or feel anxious about, because that will invite the lie every time. Do you have any homework? Nope. Have you washed your hands? Yep. Have you done your chores? Yep. Stay away from those kinds of yes/no questions. The ADHD brain will give you the easiest answer, the one that mom wants to hear, even if it's a fib. Instead, try this script. Let's pull up the grade portal together and see what homework looks like tonight. I'm happy to enter the homework in your student planner while we look at the Google Classroom pages together. Mom and Dad noticed throughout these examples the use of what's called inclusive or low demand language. Words like let's or how about we? Those phrases feel like a safe invitation to work with you towards success instead of getting caught doing something wrong. Decide with your teenager what evidence they'll share to show they've completed their chores. It has nothing to do with believing them or not. It is because in life and school and career, we all have to show our work and we all have to report to someone. And that parent script could sound something like this. Hey, when you're out walking the dog, take a selfie and send it to me. Take a selfie at the turnaround point and then text it to me. Well, why would I do that, Mom? Well, that way you can share your evidence and show me that you've completed your chore. Something that we all have to do every day in life. And also, that way you don't have to listen to me asking you 1,000 times, have you walked the dog? So today you learned 3 small but powerful language shifts that make a huge difference for the ADHD teen. 1, replace but with and. 2, skip those why questions. 3, avoid yes-no traps and instead look at the evidence together. These subtle changes help your teen stay honest, regulated, and connected. And they help you communicate in a way that builds trust instead of tension. You're not just improving conversations, you're strengthening the long-term relationship with your child. If this was helpful, subscribe so that you don't miss my next episode. And please share this with another parent who needs these tools today. Don't forget to practice these helpful scripts. And don't forget, I'm always in your corner, helping you along this wonderful and challenging parenting endeavor.